Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Keira Brinton. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome to Sacred Wandering. Good morning, my love. We're back in. I'm so proud. I'm so happy to be back with you. I feel like a different person. I don't know if you can feel the shift in my energy, but I have made it through some fires. And you know what's so great is that fires just really help us become. You know, like it's like this thing that we want to avoid, like the plague. We want to avoid the fires of transformation. We want to avoid the pain. We want to avoid the inevitable destruction of the old. For we want to keep what we have, for it is all that we know. But it's so beautiful. I keep seeing this vision, and I see it often. And I see it like in weird moments of my life, like maybe I'm driving down the road, or I don't know. I just see this vision all the time of this caterpillar who's going into his cocoon. And for certain, he thinks that he's going to die, right? Like he's just so certain, like I'm going in and building this cocoon, and this must be death. And little does he know that in this cocoon of death, he is having a full transformation. And when he leaves, like he will be completely new. Like the thing that he once knew, the thing of crawling around the ground and through the dirt and up the trees and eating the leaves, like all of that is gone. That's no longer here. For now that he is a butterfly, he never will crawl on the earth again. He never will just slink his way up through a trunk of a tree. Instead, he'll be flying through the air and landing on beautiful flowers. So he is going into the death, but it's for so much better. And often we just resist the cocoon, right? We're like, no, let me stay on this ground where all that I see is right in front of me, where if I could just go into the cocoon, then I could see everything from above. And I feel as though I just keep going into the cocoon. But you know what's exciting is that I keep living in new iterations of me. And this is a much more grounded iteration. This is what I call the strong spine and steady feet, Keira. And that only came from making it through some very intense fires. And I just don't want to go back through fires. I also am in full surrender with the very God in which I praise for the fires that God has given me. And so here we are, my love, a grounded Keira, a wiser Keira, and so ready to be here with you. So I want to read to you a message I received. I'm looking at the timestamp on this, and I have no idea what was going on in my life at this time. I wish I did. I should maybe make notes like, this is when this was happening. I have no idea what was happening, but I think it's a really beautiful message. So here are the words that God gave to me. Hold this work with such sacred care. Allow it to awaken your own heart. Receive it as you work on it. Like osmosis, it will move into your heart. And it will be like glitter magical, and also impossible to clean out. So instead of cleaning it out, enjoy the sparkles. I love when God just speaks to me in the language that I just so understand. And I feel like this is the year where I'm learning how to keep my heart open. I got really good at having a calloused heart. It felt safer, you know? It felt wiser to have a calloused heart than to walk around with one that was open. And, just this morning, I'm laying in my bed and I could feel my heart wanting to close because it just feels so much safer, right? And I just I keep stretching it open. I keep saying, my love, you can sit in this. You can sit in the pain that arrives when the openness is here. For when it's not here, then the pain just festers underneath a callus. We all know how well that goes. And so today, we're going to work on the heart. And I'm going to ask, for your full participation, that it may feel as though you are walking into the cocoon, the very cocoon that feels as though it may be your death. But we're going to keep that heart open, my love. Because a heart that is open, one actually can receive from God better. And a heart that is open is a courageous heart. It's a brave heart. And courage and bravery is the ingredients of the recipe of a true leader. And that is what we are doing here. And that is all I do, is help wake up leaders. For this world, we need more. We need more leaders who are willing to sit at the foot of God and ask and listen and do. And for the love, leaders have been through it and our hearts have been calloused. And so this is the work. This is the work. So we're going to begin. Are you ready? I know you want to turn it off. I know you want to run away, because this is the scariest thing that we could ever do, is to open our hearts. But guess what? We don't have to do it alone. So I'm just going to ask that all of our angels and all of our guides will come and sit with us right here, right now. And I ask that the very God of our understanding may come and sit with us right here, right now. And then I'm going to call in the Divine Mother, because she loves to help me with my heart. And so I'm just going to ask the Divine Mother will come and place her left palm on the front heart, her right palm in the back heart, palming both hearts, right? So we've got her front heart, the front hand on the front heart, the back hand on the back heart. And we're going to ask that she will hold it for us as we go to stretch it open. Oh, the pain. Oh my gosh, there's so much pain in it for me. It's so vulnerable. Let's open that heart. Let's open that heart, my dear. Just breathe into that heart. Keeping it open. And you know what? Pain is going to show up, but we have got so much support here. Just imagine we are walking into that cocoon, my love. Oh, what's on the other side of this is more grand than we could ever imagine. Oh, let it open. And now I want you to pick your heart up. Yeah, you're going to pick it up, the palm of your hands. And you're going to put your heart into God. Whew. When you allow God to hold our heart. And I see that there's like this splinter in the center of the heart, and it's so deep and it creates so much pain and so much agitation. And that's why a callus just keeps being formed over the heart. For calluses are formed over splinters because the body is like, something is going on in here, but I do not understand this pain. Maybe if we grow some extra skin, this pain will go away. I don't know if that's true, but that sure makes sense to me. And that is what I feel is happening right here. And we ask that God will find the pain point in the heart and pull it out. Oh, pull that pain point out of our hearts. Ah. And then we ask that God may transfigure our hearts to be open, to be these beautiful open hearts that we may receive from the very God in which we love and praise, that we may receive divine inspiration, that we may become the butterfly, that we may become the one who sees from a view that is much higher than the ground, from the place of pain, that we may be allowed into the deepest place of love. Oh, that sentence is hard to say. Fine, God, okay. Oh, these just work me as much as they work you. I'm just a vessel. God speaks these words through my words, but it's for me too, okay? So now, with our hearts so opened, and God is just pulling this pain out of our hearts. Pulling the pain out of the heart, out of the heart, out of the heart. You're doing great, my dear. You're doing great. We're going into the cocoon together. I'm going to ask that God will place his hands on our heads to bless us today, that we may receive the words that are for us, that will go in and heal all of the pain in the hearts, our beautiful, wonderful hearts. And I'm going to be quiet while you listen and you receive. Take a nice deep breath in. And allow whatever you heard to be written within the belly of your heart, that it may be the thing that sews up the brokenness, the sutures that mends the pain, the salve that soothes the ache. As we were praying, it was strange, but I could hear my heartbeat. I thought that was so interesting. I get quiet a lot. I pray a lot. I don't usually hear my heartbeat. And it was this beautiful thing that God was just showing me that my heart is alive. And I know how scary it is to keep it open. But I also know that throughout every holy text, God asks us to have a soft heart, which is probably the most courageous thing we could ever do for those of us who are open, those of us who love so deeply, those of us who feel to the depths of who we are. To be courageous enough to keep it open after broken hearts is a noble act. And I see you and I witness you, and you do not have to do it on your own. This is something that God can help you do. This is something that God is helping me do. So now I invite you to open the palms of your hands and ask God, what is the one action I do today that keeps my heart soft? Keep it open. Listen. And I want to leave you with a blessing today. So I invite you to take a nice deep breath in and out. And I am going to ask that the golden ember of light that burns forever within the belly of your heart, within the belly of all hearts, that this golden ember light may begin to grow, and that God may breathe the breath of life into this golden ember, allowing it to become the raging, delightful fire that it was always anointed to be. And I want you to see this fire, the fire that is deep in your heart, and I want you to see it begin to consume. And it consumes all of the brokenness. It consumes all of the tears, all of the cracks. And in the consumption of this fire, the heart actually becomes alive. And just like when glass is thrown into the fire, it actually becomes a substance that you can mold into a new shape to create beautiful pieces of art. And I want you to see that in your heart, that all of the glass shards that have felt as though they have been tearing through the very strands and fibers of the heart within you, that this fire that is you, the fire that is you and God united in one, that this fire, it takes the broken glass and it begins to turn it into a substance that can be formed into beauty. And we allow God to do such things here and now. For we were not always meant to crawl on the ground. We were not always meant to see only what was in front of us. We were meant to be the one who can see from above. We were meant to be the one who flies and soars and witnesses the beauty of all. We were meant to bring beauty to all around us. And today, my prayer is that you become it. With that, my love, I thank you for wandering into the sacred. And I'll see you tomorrow morning, right here in our prayer corner. Thank you for wandering into the sacred with me today. If this episode moved or inspired you, I encourage you to share it. Think of someone who needs this message today and text it to them. Let's add more light to the world by welcoming people into our prayer corner together. I also want to invite you to create your own prayer corner at home, a space set apart where you can return again and again to hear God's voice. To support you, I've created the Sacred Space course, which guides you step by step in locating, creating, and dedicating your very own sacred space. You're also welcome into the Sacred Wandering Facebook group, where you can share the blessings that God is giving you and be uplifted by others walking this path. You can find both of these resources in the show notes, or just send me a DM on Instagram at Keira Brinton, and me or my team will send them directly to you. I want to thank you for being one of the rare humans who chooses to sit at the foot of God, to ask, listen, and do. And as always, I want to thank you for wandering into the sacred with me.